Hey everybody, it's Stephanie, and also known as A Loss for Words on YouTube. I am coming today with my inaugural video for my weight loss journey. I have actually done this video many times over, and for one reason or another, either I reviewed the video and didn't like it, or I don't know, just a lot of different reasons. It would take too long to go into it. I deleted them. But I am back. I have decided again that I am going to upload this video, and hopefully this time I will actually do it. Because I feel like I need to. I keep revisiting this and feeling like I need to, for myself, mostly for myself, I need to record my journey. Looking at my gray hairs up here, sorry, I digress. That's weird. It's just this one little gray hair sticking up here. Huh. Add a little humor in the video. Anyways, I'm bad at digression, I have to tell you that. So about me, I'm going to try to do this really quickly because I don't really want to make a really long video. And then, I'll try certainly to do the updates. I am 46 years old, and I am a single mom. I have a 15-year-old son, and I have been overweight almost my entire life. The only time actually that I haven't been overweight is when I was 19, I guess. And I had actually had a tumor that had grown in my abdomen. It had basically encased my ovary. And so it basically sucked the life out of me. And I lost a significant amount of weight just prior to having that removed. It ended up being benign, but it was very, very large. It was a 43-pound tumor, ovarian tumor, which sounds fantastic, but actually, if you do some research, there are people who have had similar size. It's rare. It's not like it's common, but apparently mine had been growing for a while. Other than that time period in my life, I've been heavy my entire life. I weighed 185 in 6th grade. So I've tried many, many diets. I've tried Weight Watchers. I've tried Tops. I've tried Slim Fast. I've tried Atkins. I've been on Xenical. I've been on FinFin. I've been on Belvique. I just tried a myriad of different diets, and not saying they don't work for me. They do work for me for a while. And then my internal, hunger, whatever, switch goes haywire, and I start eating again. I start eating a lot. And so I'll lose 25 pounds seems to be my magic number. I'll lose 25 pounds and then I gain it right back. Or I'll, gain it back in a few months or whatever. So in the process of all this, I acquired hypertension. I've got pretty good osteoarthritis. Pretty good meaning pretty bad osteoarthritis in both my knees. I have diabetes. I have already had one back surgery, and the doctor told me at the time that it was directly related to my front pulling on my back, and basically I had a herniated disc that ruptured and rendered me immobile. And they actually didn't want to do surgery because I was too fat. That was several years ago, but they had to because I couldn't walk. I now have another herniated disc in the vertebra just above. So I'm right back here. The doctor told me then, he said, if you don't lose this weight, this will happen again. I have quite a large belly. And so anyways, basically, I am here, and I have decided with all these complications, the diabetes is starting to give me some problems. I have neuropathy as a result of the diabetes. And I just recently went through a bout of cellulitis that occurred, that popped up in my leg. I had a bizarre bruise, a really bad bruise several months ago, and I got a wound infection right there. You can barely see the scar right there in my hand, and it was just a really little scratch. Like I scratched it on just nothing, like maybe a piece of plastic or something, and it got infected and it went to my leg. It caused cellulitis. I ended up on bed rest. It was a big mess, and basically it was because of the diabetes. So, anyways, I got to the point where I realized I can't do this on my own. I've tried, and I've tried so many diets I could write a book, and I can't do it on my own. And my family is big. It's not that my family is not supportive, but my family, all of my family have the same issue. My sisters, my mother was recently diagnosed with cancer about a year ago. And up to that point, before she was diagnosed, she had lost a significant amount of weight. She had gotten very, very thin and frail. She came through her surgery just fine. They were able to remove the cancer. They got it all. And subsequently, her appetite has come back, and she's now gained quite a bit back. So this is like a broad history in my family. My sisters, my grandmother was very, very large. She died very large. So I guess all that to say, if I didn't do something drastic, I realized this, this obesity it was around to stay, because whether it was mental or whether it was courage, I don't know what you want to call it, I didn't have it to do it on my own. I have the drive, but I just, whatever that click was, I didn't have it. So I decided to pursue bariatric surgery. I researched, I looked at all different kinds, the lap band, the Roux-en-Y, and the sleeve. I watched hundreds and hundreds of videos on YouTube. Thank goodness there is such a large community, VSG community on YouTube, and I was able to get a lot of information that I needed, a lot of pros, cons, not too many cons actually. And I decided to go with the VSG. So I have been on my journey since October of last year. This is the end of April 2015, and I started in October for 2014. My insurance required me to go on 6-month medical management by my doctor, and I did 4 months of that, and then I contacted my bariatric weight management center that I was going through. I had to go through the seminar. I'm sure most people that do this through insurance probably have to do much of the same. I had to go to a seminar. I had a lot of material. I had a huge packet that I had to fill out. A lot of psychotherapy questions, kind of things. I had to meet with the psychotherapist. I had to meet with the dietitian, with the bariatric nurse. And that has led me up to where I'm at now. And actually, I only had to do 4 months of the medical weight management. And then my insurance, because my insurance is kind of like co-owned through my employer, it's kind of a weird thing. They waive, actually I didn't know this, but they actually would have waived the entire 6 months. But it was fine, because that 4 months gave me a chance to work on it a little bit. I didn't lose very much. I lost a few pounds, like maybe 6 or 7, not very much. And it was right over the holidays. It was Christmas and Thanksgiving, and it was, it was a tough time. But, and I apologize, I'm trying to keep my camera straight here, but my hand is getting tired. Hopefully this won't blank out. It gave me a chance also to do a lot of research, a lot of thinking about what I was getting into. I am not good on self-deprivation, and that's one reason diets don't work for me, is because self-deprivation is not, I just don't do well with it. It might be lack of stamina, I don't know. But anyways, so I wanted to tell you all where I'm at right now. I have done all my pre-op. I had a EGD last week, which is an upper endoscopy. to make sure I didn't have any ulcers, which I do not. I had some esophagitis and some gastritis. He thinks I have a hiatal hernia, but I don't know if that was mentioned in the report or not. I have GERD, that's most obese patients, I think, have GERD. And so, but I've done all my other mandatory pre-op requirements. And so I just found out today that all the paperwork has come in from my PCP. My surgeon's office now has, my cardiopulmonary clearance. They have my letter of recommendation, I guess, or whatever they needed. So now tomorrow she's going to submit it to insurance and to get the authorization. They don't anticipate that there'll be any issues because obviously I have enough comorbidities to sink a ship. And my BMI is like 47, I think, 46 or 47, I can't remember. I currently weigh, as of this morning, I weighed 306.8 pounds. I have been on the strict pre-op diet, which is a strict 1,500 calorie, since Monday. This is Thursday. So in 4 days, Monday when I weighed, I was 312.2. So in 4 days of being 1,500 calories, walking has been the only exercise I've been doing. I'm down 5.4 pounds, which kind of just tells me how much I was eating. I was probably consuming easy 3,000 or 4,000 calories a day. So, trying to think what else. And actually when I started in October, I was 319, I believe. So I'm actually only down in 6 months. I'm only down like 13 pounds, which is not, not really, anything to shout about, but I guess it's better than being up like 13 pounds. My highest weight was 341 pounds. I'm 5'8", between 5'8" and 5'9". I was 5'9". I actually think that I've shrunk a little bit because I think the last time that I was measured, which was like maybe a month ago, I had kind of thick heeled shoes on. They weren't high heels, they were tennis shoes, but they had kind of a thick heel, and I was 5'9" in those shoes. So I think I'm probably more of a true 5'8" now. But my highest weight was 341. And that was probably 2 years ago-ish, when, 2-ish years ago, before I was diagnosed with diabetes. And actually, I started losing weight, and that was one of the signs, because I wasn't trying to lose weight. That was one of my symptoms of having the diabetes. So I am down to, like I said, today it was 306.8. And then, I'm going to continue to stay on my diet. I have done very well. I only one day, I think, did I stay under the 1,500 calories. And that was actually the first day, Monday. I went over Tuesday by about 450 calories. And yesterday I went over about 150. So, and so far today, I've still got maybe about 450, 500 calories left for the day. I will tell you right now, as of 4 p.m., 4:30 p.m., I guess, I'm craving pancakes or waffles. For some reason, I'm craving it. It's like all I can have been thinking about all afternoon. And I think part of the reason is I know, she said, that she would the lady at the surgeon's office said she would turn my paperwork into the insurance tomorrow. And she said probably next week, as early as next week, I would have my surgery date. And so, and I think, hope that's probably going to be a couple weeks out. But I think in my mind, I'm thinking this might be like my last chance to really, chow down on some waffles. And that mentality is just, it's freaking me out. I don't know why that is such a big deal to me. Like, I think it is so mental right now, that I'm having those kind of thoughts. It's so bizarre. And I think that's one of the reasons why I decided to go ahead and do this video, is because I know there's got to be other VSGers out there that have felt this way, or maybe not. Maybe I'm the only person in the universe, but I doubt it, that has had these kind of thoughts pre-op. like a freak out moment of, oh my goodness, what am I doing? I mean, I'm doing this surgery to save my life. I'm not doing this surgery because I'm desiring to be a model or because I want to wear a bikini. I'm not doing this surgery because any of those reasons. I'm doing this surgery because I'm trying to save my life. With my comorbidities, I said I am a single mom. I have a 15-year-old son. If I die, he has nobody. His dad is, due to an accident several years ago, his dad is not able to care for him. My parents are both elderly. One of them's in assisted living. The other one right now is in a rehab. And, you know, I do have siblings and they live out of town. But locally, there's nobody to care for him. So I have to be here. And I want to be here. I want to raise him. And so that is my inspiration. That is what's made me determined that I've got to do something to change my situation. I'm trying to get the glare out of my glasses. I don't know if that's going to happen or not. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I ought to do this. So anyways, but the reason I decided to go ahead and do the video today again was because I thought, I do have support from my family, and from my friends, but nobody really understands what I'm going through because none of them have gone through it. And so, most of my friends are very, very supportive. There's been a couple that while they are supportive, they kind of think this is kind of radical. They kind of think, oh, surely you don't have to go to that extreme to lose weight, and I've had one of my friends said, well, hey, I know what to do. Just sew your mouth shut and stick a straw in it and just eat that way, Oh, well, yeah, we all know. They're the do-gooders, the people who, they really mean well, but they don't understand. And so that's kind of what ultimately made me decide to go ahead and do my videos and do my updates and put myself out there in the VSG community. I'm a very private person. This is not something that's easy for me to do. I don't really like exposing myself to the world. But I also know that there's a lot of very courageous VSGers out there, and I've seen their videos, and I know, it was hard for them too, and they did it anyways. And I'm trying to think of all the different things I want to say. I am going to do a body shot just to show, a pre-op body shot to show, not that there's anything gorgeous, but hopefully this is something I can look back on and go, oh, okay, that's what I looked like, 2 weeks before surgery or 2.5 weeks before surgery. And I'm at almost 20 minutes, so I'm going to cut this pretty soon. I don't want to make this a very, very long video, and I'm going to try not to make my videos very long. But I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Like I said, I'm having these cravings, these pre-op cravings. It is, I'm trying to keep remembering in my mind, 5 pounds. You lost 5 pounds in 4 days just by eating on a 1,500 calorie diet. And I realized that once I have the VSG, my calorie intake is going to be much less. And hopefully my weight loss is going to, just be consistent. But in the back of my mind right now, I'm like, yeah, well, after I have my VSG, I'm not going to sit and chow down on waffles. But right now, I love Eggo waffles. I love Eggo waffles. I love Mrs. Butterworth. That's just kind of a funny thing with me. I do. And so, yeah, that's stuck in my mind right now. Maybe one last time I could have a stack of waffles with some Mrs. Butterworth with melted butter dripping all over. And, this concerns me. This thought concerns me because, I don't know how my cravings are going to change once I have the surgery, but I'm sure I'm still going to want something like that because I'm still going to be Stephanie, and that's just something that I've always loved. There are particular foods that everybody loves. Waffles, I love. I love them right out of the freezer, stick them in the toaster. I love them. And so, yeah, I'm dealing with that craving. I'm actually going to an exercise class tonight at the Weight Management Center. And it's my first class actually for bariatric patients. I had to pay a fee, $300, which I think is pretty nominal because I saw a video the other day where a lady had to pay $600 for her bariatric center program fee. and it's not covered by insurance. Mine was $300, so I thought that was pretty reasonable, and it gives me basically a lifetime access to the dietitian, to the psychotherapist, to the bariatric nurse. For any information that I need, it basically gives me access without having to pay any fees or anything else the rest of my life. So I've done that, and one of the things that they offer is once a month they offer classes on different just different topics for not just VSG, but for gastric surgery patients. So tonight is the first one that I will be able to attend, and it happens to be on exercise. So that's one of the things that's helped me about not hitting Kroger's and getting some waffles, is because I don't have any here. I actually emptied my cabinets. I emptied my refrigerator. I emptied my pantry. And the other day I had one of my girlfriends come over, and she has a small family, and they kind of have a hard time anyways. And so I told her, I said, come over. I've got to get rid of this stuff anyways. And I loaded her up. I think I gave her like 3 boxes and maybe 4 bags. I literally emptied my shelves of everything that was considered almost everything. I mean, pretty much everything. Like I kept a box of cake mix and a box and a thing of frosting in case I go to a party or something and I have to make a cake. I mean, it's been here for several months and I've not made it, so I don't think I'm going to have any major, idea that, I'm going to make a cake in the middle of the night. I don't think I'll do that. But for the most part, yeah, I gave her everything that is considered non-healthy or which is kind of funny, but, because not that I'm trying to pass my non-healthy habits on to someone else, but, other people appreciate maybe what you had, and it was they were good groceries, and so anyways, I was able to pass that on, and I emptied my cabinets. So I actually don't have any really, really yummy, naughty foods here, so to speak. Well, actually, as I speak, I'm spying a Hostess cupcake box that probably has 1 cupcake in it, and that my son, I think I've had 1 of those this week. But I've been staying away from those and letting my son have the rest of them. So, and I'll just save that one for him. Anyways, I'm going to do a really quick body shot, and I'm not sure where I'm going to stand, so I'll have to find a place. But just wanted to put this out there and start my journey. And like I said, it's kind of scary for me to put myself out there, but I need to for me. I need for accountability. And also for support, because it's important, I think, for people going through this to understand that they are not alone. And so yeah. So hang on, and I will do this body shot. I'm in 23 minutes, and I didn't mean it to be this long. So hopefully you stuck with me through the end. Okay, guys, I'm back. One thing you won't find out about me is I don't do skin flicks. And there will be no removal of the clothing. I won't be hurting anybody's eyes. But this is me, 306 pounds. It is what it is. This skirt's actually loose. I remember a time when it wasn't loose, but it actually has gotten kind of loose. But I do have some belly fat here, quite a lot of belly fat. And then, my arms are the typical overweight arms. A lot of pudge here. Have the granny apple down there. My butt is, it's big. I mean, it's probably not the hugest thing on me. Really, my gut, I don't know if you can see, my gut is really the biggest thing on me right now. And then my chin, I have this horrible, you all saw it in the light, I have this terrible, double chin. And then I don't have much in the way of breastises. I was not well endowed. And so that's one thing that I think when I lose the weight, this is probably going to be 0. I'm barely in a C cup now. So you see this. This is really a lot. I can't really get down to show you my leg, but I'm going to see what we can do. I kind of just wanted to see how big my calves are huge. They're really, really huge, and I'm really looking forward to getting rid of the calves. I carry a lot of my weight in my legs. So that's it. The good, the bad, the ugly, the fat, and hopefully sooner than later, the slimmer. I don't think I'll ever be skinny. I'm big boned, but certainly I hope to be a very healthy weight and hopefully be around for a while. Thank you for anyone who watched, and I am going to be doing updates, like I said, if for nothing else, for me. And but hopefully, I have really learned a lot from watching other people's videos. I have learned a lot of information. I've learned a lot about watching what they're eating, what they're not eating. I've learned a lot about their emotions. I've seen some videos that absolutely echoed everything that I was going through. So I am, like I said, tentatively going to put myself out there in the VSG community. My hair is kind of crazy. And I will update probably next week when I get a surgery date. Thanks for watching, guys.